Hello there and welcome to yet another amazing video recording series where we're going to be taking a look at week 30 RSK paper reviews for all the papers we handle here on this particular channel for week 30 2025-2026 season. I remain your host Raymond Engineer. Okay, if you stay with me till the end of this video recording series, I'm going to be dishing out some reliable sequences, some bankers, some pace, and as well some date games for your winning pleasure this particular week. So the best you can do for me is for you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on that subscription button and get subscribe. Subscription is free. You're not to pay a dime. Click on that notification icon thereafter to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series just like the one you're seeing right now. Click on that like button to like our video starting with this very video. Click on the share button to share this video to all your social media handles and all the groups related to sports betting so that more people get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out here on a weekly basis. And lastly, don't forget to drop that comment stating what you love about our channel and also going along with to suggest better ways in which we could use to improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. This will go a long way to help us make better and quality video content for you and also make videos that will serve your interest because your interest is our utmost priority. Okay, last week our bank actually scaled through in a week of 9 draws. So congratulations to every one of you that made use of that free banker that was also dropped here in the videos we recorded. But this week we're going to also give out that banker again for your winning pleasure. But firstly, let's take a look at the first paper on our list, which happens to do with the special advanced fixtures. Okay, we're going to be starting with the fixtures proper. Starting from the top left corner of this page, we have the returning to play the English Premier Division, and with games from number 1 to number 9, followed by English Championship Division with games from 10 to 19. The League 1, League 2 of English divisions have us games from 20 to 30 and also 31 to 42, while the last at the bottom left here has to do with the Scottish Premier and Championship divisions with games from 43 to 48, and the Championship have us only one game, which is 49. Okay, on the triple jinx column on the right hand top corner of this page, we have games from number 1 to 14 harboring different numbers. The lotto sequence is scattered this week with letter B and letter A representing number 2 and number 6. Below it, we have the short list with games from 1 to 8 with harboring different numbers. The expert trio column is just below it with games from 1 to 3 harboring different numbers. Then the last two at the bottom right here has to do with the high score quiz column and also the easy column with box 1 to box 9 harboring different numbers, and the easy column with number 1 to number 4 with as well different numbers. And matches for this week are going to be played between the 24th day and the 25th day of January 2026, and this is officially week 30 and it's a blue coupon week. Officially, we are into half of the season, and the remaining weeks we have for this season is about 16 weeks or thereabout. So I want to implore every one of you to take this 16 weeks serious because it can actually change your life for good. Okay, let's take a look at some settings we have for this week. We have the setting that has to do with one that states that whenever Arsenal meets with Manchester United at any given week, then it is set to gift us one full-time draw and also a very reliable pair. Then we come down here to a setting that says that whenever you find Manchester City at number 7, either at home or at away, it gives us a very reliable banker draw. The next one here has to do with the one that states that whenever Birmingham meets with Stoke City, then it is said to give us two full-time draws and a very reliable pair. Away from that, we come down to where we have English League 2. And on the English League 2, we have a setting that says that whenever Nottingham County stays at number 40, either at home or at away, then it is set to give us one full-time banker draw and a very reliable pay. On the dates of play, we have a setting that said that if you add the Saturday and the Sunday dates of play, it is going to give you one full-time banker draw, okay, based on calculation. And whenever you add the Saturday and Sunday date of play and it meets a team called Adri, either at home or at away, then it is said to give us one full-time banker draw based on some calculation. Okay, not really Adri is going to draw, but based on calculation. Okay, away from that, we didn't really find any other sequence that has come to stay on the fixtures. So you move ahead to where we have triple jinx column. Okay, we didn't really find any. Okay, that is where we are going to be dropping our first banker for this particular week. But before we drop that first banker, I want to drop a sequence that has been playing even up till last week. I dropped it last week here. That gave us one full-time dead game since the inception of the season. And the one dead game it projects for this particular week happens to be our one full-time banker for this week, which has to do with game number 12. Okay, if you go through your record since the inception of this particular season, you will agree with me that the last draw on pool has been gifting us one full-time banker draw. Sorry, one full-time dead game since the inception of this season. Now, if you add the individual integers of the last draw since week 4 against week 5, week 5 against week 6, whatever result it gives you is always a dead game in the following week. Go to week 4, add the individual integers to give you, for instance, for last week, we had our last draw to be number 48. If you add their individual integers, which is 4 plus 8, it is going to give us 12, which happens that 12 is our dead game for this week. But surprisingly, we have also a sequence that is projecting that number 12 for one full-time banker draw. So it does not, I cannot conclusively say that 12 is going to end up not drawing this particular week, because this sequence we have is extremely good, and we've been using it since, I think, for some weeks now, and it plays, I think, since the inception of the season as well. Sequence has been playing since the inception of the season, and it plays only on blue weeks. It's actually a spelling from a word, and this week it happens to fall on number 12. So I'm going to be releasing that particular spelling to you in the course of this video recording series. I'm trying to find where I kept it, so I'm going to be releasing so that you can continue using them in subsequent blue weeks. But meanwhile, it's projecting number 12 this week for a full-time banker draw. So that is our first draw on the list for this particular week 30. So if you have number 12 as dead game, please also kindly make use of it as full-time draw, so as not, it's a 50-50 game to me, but I have much assurance that it's going to produce a draw rather than giving us a dead game. Okay, so that is it on that. But before we proceed to releasing that, while I'm still looking for the sequence, let's move to the next paper on our list. Sorry about that. Okay, the next paper on our list here has to do with the soccer research paper. And here on soccer research paper, we have as at the time of doing this video recording series, on the lucky numbers we have the same family series number on top and below each other, okay, just like we had last week on 2 positions. So the ones for last week, I think one of them produced, so the same thing is repeated also this week, and I believe one of them is also going to produce again. So we take note of that and study it keenly to discover the one that is going to produce. Away from that, we didn't really find any other sequence that has come to stay here. So we moved to page 2, where on page 2 we had the cartoon box with 3 players and also a statement. And the player carried sheet number 4, sheet number 20. We cannot see the sheet number on the third player. And we have a write-up that states that let's make our home ground a fortress and dominate our territory. Okay, and that clearly tells us, from how I understand it, that either number 20 or number 4 is going to give us a full-time draw from there, because they want to dominate and play a draw from there. So you can also look it up. If you have any of them, use them. If you don't have, then skip it. Then away from that, on page 3, we did not really find a sequence that has come to stay. So we move to page 4. Well, on page 4 as well, we didn't really find any reliable sequence from here. Okay, back to the spelling that has been playing on every blue week, one of its alphabets, every blue week starting from week 6. The word has to do with scintillates. The spelling is letter S for Samuel, letter C for club, letter I for India, letter N for Netherlands, letter T for Turkey, letter I for India, letter L for lavish, letter L again for lavish, letter A for America, letter T for Turkey, letter E for England. Okay, that is the spelling. In week 6, it harbored letter S, which has to do with number 19. 19 picked a draw. In week 10, which was the next blue week, it harbored letter C, which has to do with number 3. Number 3 picked a draw. In week 14, it carried letter I, that represented number 9. Number 9 picked a draw. In week 18, it carried letter N, which was number 14. Number 14 picked a draw. In week 22, it carried letter T, which was number 20, and 20 did a full-time draw from there. In week 26, it carried letter I, which was again number 9. I actually played that one, and it did a full-time draw. In week 30, which is this week, it's carrying letter L, which happens to do with number 12 for this particular week. So 12 from this particular sequence is projected to give us a full-time draw. Okay, I will actually got access to this particular spelling of this word. There are 4 in number. The words are 4 in number, 1 for each of the week colors. We have another one for purple week, we have another one for brown week, and we also have another one for red week. And they've been playing since the inception of this season. So kindly go ahead, make use of this one. I'm giving it out for free. I actually paid to get it. So use it judiciously, because you are a subscriber to our channel. Let's move to the next paper on our list, which has to do with the Bob Morton International paper. And here on Bob Morton International paper, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we did not really find a sequence that has come to stay, but there's an observation. If you agree with me, for the past, I think, 8 weeks, the Joker Spy has been producing 1/2 full-time draws. He played for 7 weeks, and last week was the 8th week, which I clearly told you guys that it can actually fail, because 8 weeks are always very dicey. So in the 8th week, it failed. It didn't produce any draw from there, and this happens to do with the 9 weeks. The 9th week also might not produce a single draw from this column, the Joker space. So the 2 numbers there has a greater chance of playing any side to win. It has to do with this has to do with number 4 and number 32. 2 of them might actually fail to produce a draw this week. So away from that, we go to page 2, where we have the cartoon section here at the left hand side bottom of this page, with sheet number 25 player, and a write-up that states that copy from 1 is plagiarism, copy from 2 is research. Okay, trying to legalize what is wrong. So I don't really know what this means, if 25 is actually going to do a full-time job. So we're going to leave it there and go to page 3. We also have the cartoon section with sheet number 16 player and another player with no sheet number. And we have a write-up that states that don't face your problem if the problem is your face. Another abstract from there. We are also going to look that up as well. On page 4, we did not really find a sequence that has come to stay. But on the spot the difference column, we have a sequence, which I have given it out on this particular channel before, that has to do with one that states that whenever on the spot the difference column on any of the papers, we have two cartoons with two different numbers, and 17 happens to be one of those numbers, then the two numbers on that column is projected to give us a very reliable pair. For this week, we have number 17 and number 40 indicated at the 4 columns in that spot the difference column. So 17 and 40 from my end is projected to be a very reliable pair from there. So we move to the next paper, which has to do with the Capital International paper. And here on Capital International paper, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we did not really find a very reliable system that has come to stay. So we move to page 2. We're on page 2 also, we did not find any. We move to page 3. On page 3, we have the cartoon box, okay, and also one sequence. We have a sequence here that states that whenever on the draw quiz column, the first number there happens to do with number 4, then it is said to give us 2/2 full-time draws and a pair. That is what we have this week from there. The first number there has to do with number 4. I'm going to give that up in the observation corner video. And where we have the cartoon box, we have a player with shirt number 9, okay, and also a write-up that states that the UEFA Champions League final between Liverpool and AC Milan in 2005 is often referred to as Miracle of Istanbul, as Liverpool came back from a 3-0 defeat at halftime to win on penalties. So number 9 here, based on this, is being clearly stated that it can pick a draw, okay. Liverpool came back from 3-0 defeats at halftime to win on penalty, meaning that match ended in a full-time draw and they went ahead to play penalties where Liverpool actually won. So from this write-up, I don't even need an AI to explain this to me. Number 9 is projected to be a full-time draw. If you have another impression on this, kindly make use of it, but I'll use it as a full-time draw. On page 4 of this paper, at the time of doing this video recording series, we did not really find any sequence that has come to stay. I'll be giving it up here by calling it a day. Okay, we also have on the spot the difference column here, 2 numbers indicated, one with number 17 and the other with 42. And I've given that out to you over and over again. Whenever we have 17 indicated there, one of them is going to pick a full-time draw on those 2 numbers. So that is another pair from that, and especially on Capital International paper, it's been playing on a steady basis. So I think that will be all for today. That will be all for the paper review for this particular channel. If you loved what we did here and you took note of the banker we provided you guys, make use of it judiciously, and also stake responsibly. Stake only what you can afford to lose, because you won't be held responsible for any losses or winning you incur. Thank you very much for having taken our time to see this video to the end. Hope it was very clear and precise. It didn't waste much of your time. So see you in the next video. I'll try as much as possible to record another video before Friday. I upload to this channel to help you in your research work. Do have a lovely week ahead. Remain your host, Raymond Engineer. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you are yet to do so, don't forget to like our videos and also share it to all your social media handles so that more people will get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out on a weekly basis. Thank you and do have a lovely week ahead. Bye.